Angelique, will you do a little ID first?
Sure. Angelique Perrin.
Good to go.
All right. The response in the screening was great. People were laughing, enjoying, and it's got all the makings. It's got the great dynamics. It's got the gangs, the violence, but it's got comedy.
Yeah.
What made you add comedy?
Well, it's like the symbol for drama. It's the happy and sad mask, not just two sad masks. So, but it's a thing of to understand the dark. I think you have to have the light, and it's that typical thing that happens to me where I'll write a script and people read it and they don't really see the humor in it. But once you have people saying the words and you have that interaction, it sort of comes across. I got a really dry sense of humor.
Okay.
But you got to have the humor, but that's also how cops deal with the things they see, and that's how they decompress, and that's how they process a lot of the stuff. The cops I know all have an incredible sense of humor.
So you have cop friends. Is that what your affinity for the genre, if you will?
Yeah, I mean, I have friends in both worlds, all sorts of worlds,
okay.
But I got a lot of friends in law enforcement, and it's like if you get accepted, if you get taken, it's like a secret society, and they can often be mistrustful of outsiders because they get it's hard for people to understand what they do, and once you get let in, you really have no better friend. And I think as a writer, cops, people in law enforcement, the things they see the human condition in all its glory, good, bad, and ugly, and there's a life wisdom that comes from that, and then the stories. And so as a writer, I'm drawn to people with that real world wisdom.
Okay. Now let's talk about you always taping in the hood, and I don't want to say always, but these are shot in the hood.
Yeah.
What sort of elements do you have to deal with in order to do that?
It's probably like shooting anywhere else. I mean, no, it's not. No,
it can't be.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm scared to drive through there, and there you are with your camera and crew. Come on, you gotta have stories.
I grew up there.
Okay.
It's like I got the ghetto pass from like training day and my other work, and I got family down there, and I'm comfortable there.
Okay.
And part of it is kind of educating the crew of like, look, it's like someone's living room here. People, leave their lives. It's a very public space. The way people leave their lives. Everyone's always outside on the weekends and evenings and hanging out. And it's like, don't disrespect people. Treat people the way you would want to be treated if you were a guest. It's their living room. We're guests. Just follow those basic rules. I've never had any problems.
Okay. Now, Jake is carrying a camera throughout, or has, what do you think people's fascination is with voyeurism? Why are we so into that?
Well, I think cameras are everywhere now, and it's funny because, like with young people, if you don't video it, it didn't happen,
Right.
And there's so much more open with their lives and everything about it, and police are from society. And so they reflect generational trends just like everybody else. And so, I've seen cops at work, something happens and the iPhone comes out and been shown the video and I'm like, wow, that's pretty crazy. So it's just like everybody else. It's just our world today. And I think people are more accepting of it. And yes, cops video themselves at work.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, who knew?
Who knew?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.